want to welcome you to tonight's Zoom. It is, what day is it, everybody? It's December 13th. And welcome to the Zoom. Tonight we're going to cover chapter 5 because it actually talks about where you are. And if you're watching this tomorrow, you want to get a pen and paper. And if you happen to have your blood work, you'll want to stop this so that you can use your blood work to really get an accurate assessment of where you are. Dorothy, Marcia, and I don't know about Dick, but we've all done this. I've done it several times. And even whether your answers are exactly right or not, just doing the question is going to raise the question in your mind about maybe I could do this better, or I could do this different, or I could eliminate that, or I could add this. Just the questions help you figure out what it is you're doing and you're not doing, and maybe ways that you could improve your health. So let's go ahead and get started. Let me do this. Let me share my screen. Desktop. There we go. There's our little PowerPoint, or it's in Apple they call it. What do they call it, Marcia? Keynote?
I think so.
Yeah, Keynote. Okay. So onward and upward. I'm gonna rely on people to help me with reading tonight. There's no sense for me to do it, and we're going to move quickly so it doesn't run us too long. I'm going to start with the power of friendship. Friendship plays a key role to emotional growth and mental health. It boosts your happiness. Talking to a friend lowers blood pressure and reduces the risk of depression. Hugging, sharing, and celebrating life with friends decreases stress. That's what friends are for. They help you live longer. And I believe that this group is a perfect example of that very thing. Our little unfinished statements today are the most interesting thing I heard recently is, after last week's lesson, I thought differently about what I think is the best action I can take for myself is, what I am most grateful for today is, and what I most want to share tonight is. And I'll start and I'll take the last one. What I want to share most tonight is I had a client that was very successful in the program. Gosh, it must be 4 years ago now. And he reached his goal. We talk on and off. I communicate by Facebook with him. You can't help but watch to see what you can learn from pictures that are posted. But his wife called me yesterday, which she's the one who called me the first time. And she wants him back on the program. He's back on his medications. And I'm just really happy for him. And tomorrow I'll be starting to work with him again. Recycle. I love it. Yep. Who's next?
I do it. Hey, hon?
Yeah.
What I think best action I can take for myself is, after doing the test last week, or 2 weeks ago when I did, all my blood work says that I'm healthy. Everybody looks at me and says that I'm healthy. But yet when I took the test, I realized and came to a conclusion so very well that I was not 100% healthy, because I was missing in my exercise, my walking, a lot of things that I'm not doing that I used to do. It shows in that test that I took that I was not 100% healthy. I may look healthy, but I'm still not 100%.
Thank you.
The best thing I could do is start going to the gym again. Get myself back into a healthy, because I'm not healthy.
You were getting right. Thank you, Tony. That was good. I appreciate that. Dorothy?
I can't see the questions.
Oh, why? I wonder why.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me get out of here. And let's go back to, there we go. Can you see him that way?
Yes.
Okay. Marcia, you want to do it? Bird Mom?
Yeah. What I think the best action I can take for myself is obviously getting back on track, and I still haven't done it.
Okay.
I'm gonna come get you, Marcia.
I know.
I've got a lot of that going on right now, so don't concern yourself. I told my own coach, I said, with what I'm going through, I don't want to add nothing else to my body that would make me feel worse. And so stepping on the scale is nothing I'm interested in right now. And as I get better, I will go. I have been stepping on the scale, and I haven't been doing that bad. But I hadn't been ready for to start again. I am getting ready to start again. It is a process.
Yeah.
And that comes to all of us, but at our own time. And then it ebbs and flows. She'd say, oh, I've been compliant for 3 days. Yay. Today I'm compliant for 2 days. Let's see how long that lasts.
It doesn't.
Get back on track. Lisa?
Oh, Well, talking about being on the scale, I think that's interesting. That's something that you mentioned very well about. And I was speaking to Dr. Murphy, my client last night, and he was one that in the beginning he didn't want to get on the scale. And he shared with me last night that he sees how important that is, that he get on the scale once a week to be able to maintain. And so that made me feel good. He's doing just outstanding. And I saw him while I was in Alabama. He looks fantastic. As for myself,
her pain management doctor, he went on a cruise. Go ahead.
He went on a cruise and gained 10 pounds and took it back, 7 pounds and took it back off the next week. And then over the holidays, he said, I gained 3 pounds. I took it back off the next week. But the key thing was him getting on the scale and knowing where he was at.
Yeah.
And
awesome.
So that's fabulous. And I was dreading getting on the scale coming back from Alabama, but I did. And I have 7 pounds of damage. So, but it's powerful knowing where I'm at. And that's one of the great things about this program is you have the tools to manage it and maintain and get back where you want to be. But as I also told Dr. Murphy last night, I was like, it's so important to get on the scale every week because that way you can catch that 3 or 7 pounds versus, being scared to get on the scale and that blossoming up to 20, 30, 50 pounds like I have done many times. But yeah, so that's a very important point is weighing yourself regularly to maintain.
Agreed. Yes.
Yeah, can you see all of the statements?
Yeah, yes, I can. What I most want to share tonight is I went over to the dialysis today, and my doctor shook my hands 3 times and said how much he thought I was doing good. And they took a little blood from me today.
Yeah.
Well, that's it.
That's great, Dick. We all worry about you. I want to make sure I'm recording this. Did anybody tell if I'm recording?
It does recording.
It does? Okay, very good. And so let's go back. Who's next? Martha?
I guess grateful that he is doing so well. With all of his reports and stuff he put down excellent on it this month.
You sound tired, Marcia.
Yeah.
You sound tired today.
Huh?
You sound tired today.
It's a bad day. Been a bad 3 days.
Oh, well, I'm sorry. I hope it
I'm
gets.
all right.
Yeah. Dorothy, you want to close it for us?
I just wanted to share something, and I don't remember if it was the leadership call or if it was a habits of health call.
Mm-hmm.
But I found this very, very interesting. I think it's Craig that did this.
Blanchard?
Yes. And he was talking about imagining yourself in the future, like a year from now. That's number 1. Number 2, look around you in the future and see what your life is and what you want in the future. And then now you come back to the now and tell yourself about what you saw for yourself in the future. And then you resolve to work on what you want in a year from now. And then you take action. And his prescription was 15 minutes a day times 7 days. you journal what you're going to do to get you to that point. And you can use it for anything. You can use it for anything in your life. You can use it for your weight. You can use it like me. I'm thinking, okay, I want to be in Florida or someplace warm in the winter. Yeah, I want to be in a smaller home, and I want to continue on my road to health. So he said, really imagine yourself a year in the future. How does it look? How does it feel? What's going on around you? Then come back to yourself and then make your plan on how you're going to work to achieve that. I thought it was really, really a good thing from him. And I wanted to share that.
Oh, thank you. That is really good. You know, that reminds me of our 5-in-1 program, because you really can't mess it up if you're complying. And that's a plan. But so many of us don't journal, and we really don't plan. And I think that's where we fall into the old habits. Journaling is probably really good in terms of keeping you on track, that if you write it down, it's more likely you're going to remember it and you're going to do it. If you actually make a plan and you get yourself ready in the morning and you have what you're going to eat during the day and you don't deviate from it, that's fine. And if you write in your journal what you're going to do that day. I look at doing the challenge just like the journaling side of this, without having to go find a piece of paper and write it down, because every day you're refreshing those thoughts in your head of what's going to make this day better for you. What can you do in order to live a healthier lifestyle? And I don't think anybody's always successful, but it does keep it in the forefront. Anything else anybody want to contribute? No? All right. New health games starting. I like that. Loading. January 9th. I didn't notice. Is it a 6 weeks challenge? I do believe it's a 6 weeks challenge. They're writing so many things about the challenge right now. I'm going to have to do some clarification myself. What do you understand is going on, Dorothy? You've been paying attention, right?
Well, I think it's 6 weeks. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Tony and I did our posting. Did anybody else do the challenge last week that we said?
Yeah, I did mine.
Yeah, I know you did. So we also did I stole old pictures, the recipe contest, and I did them today, by the way, because I didn't get them done during the week.
Some of them, it was too late to do it.
I know. These were the 3 that are new now, or this one's new and the other 2 have been there for a while. And then picture of you resting and having fun. I thought that was good of Tony on his little 4-wheeler there. So let's get down to business here. Dr. A's Habits of Health, we're going to actually do chapter 5 tonight because it's going to help you discover where you are. This is a good time to have your pencils and your paper so you can write your numbers down as we go along here. If you only follow along and don't do the calculations right now, this video is recorded and you can do it anytime you want to. I actually intend to use it with other people in the future. Dr. Did you say something, Dorothy?
Yeah, I can only see the books. In fact, I can't even see all of the books.
Everybody else can see everything?
Yeah.
So, Dorothy, I'm afraid to get out of play because I don't know that.
It's fine as long as it's recording okay.
All right. I won't know until I look tomorrow. So, basically, this says the same thing. We're going to read everything, Dorothy. So, the union of 2 powerful sources, medical science and personal drive for performance. They're talking about Dr. Anderson, and those of us that have met and know him and have seen him over the years, we know he's a very good doctor. He is way in the top of anybody that I would say he's probably the head physician in this country today in terms of creating health in other people's life. And then he does have a personal drive for fulfillment. He really wants to be the person that changes the health of the world, not even just America. and he really believes he can do it. I remember the first time I heard Dr. Anderson say that, and it was the first time I was in a thing, and I was really listening to him because it mattered to me about my health. And then he said that he was going to make America healthy. I just had this little snicker in my back of my head. Well, now he went too far. That's a big chunk to bite off. But now I'm sitting here 6 years later, and I can see he's very capable of doing this, and you're either with him or you're just not taking advantage of the opportunity. You don't have to get there instantly, but as long as you never quit trying, you'll get there eventually. And his words are, treating illness surely has an important place in our life, but doesn't it make sense, too, for each of us to create the highest level of health possible before we face life-threatening problems? Throughout the years, doctors' warnings... Tony.
No.
You want to mute yourself because you're talking over me? Are you hearing me?
What, me?
Yeah, you're talking over me, and you can mute yourself if you want to talk to Bella and stuff.
Are you talking to me?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, mute yourself because when you're talking, it's talking over me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay, not a problem. Thank you. So, throughout the years, doctors' warnings have gone unheeded by patients. The medical community believes that it's virtually impossible for people to change their lives, that people simply aren't able to develop new habits. Dr. A knows how to help people accomplish real and lasting change. He was the 10th board-certified physician in the nation in critical care. This means he took care of the sickest among us. He helped pioneer the subspecialty of intensive care medicine. It was in the course of this work, upon observing the pivotal role that nutrition plays in recovery from illness, it was then that Dr. A changed his focus from end-of-life medicine to preventative arena of nutritional intervention and lifestyle management. So that's why we're going to cover this book, and we're going to get started. Last week we covered, thank you, Tony, it's not your fault. Cheap and unhealthy food, and lots of it, seductive and tantalizing, lack of exercising, think we have time to change, ignoring reality, big pharma, they would rather give you a pill than teach you to eat right. And it's all about profit. It's about the bottom line out there. And we have to be responsible for ourselves. When we all first become coaches, chapter 5 in the Habits of Health was a chapter that they taught us as coaches to get our clients to fill out before they ever started the program. So I thought this would be a very good place for us to start. And when I first got on the program, you can see what my lipid panel was. And then when I went into my doctor, and I've told this story before, on March 8th, I hadn't told my doctor I was doing this. And in the short span of well, I started in October. These were done in July, and by March, so 5 months.
7 months.
Huh?
August, September, October, November, December, January, February.
Yeah, but this is that's just when this blood work was done. I didn't start the program until October.
Okay.
So October, November, December, January, February, March, 5 months. And I didn't even know my numbers were bad. This is where I learned my numbers were bad. And my cholesterol went from 230 to 135.
Wow.
Yeah, the triglycerides dropped to 74. And my LDL dropped to 88. And that's because of the health benefits that's in the food. You can go on any program you want to, but it's not going to be designed to create health in your body. And that is what the meal replacements with Take for Life does. They have portion controlled it. They have given you the exact amount of proteins, fats, and carbohydrates your body needs. And when you do the rapid weight loss, then this will keep you healthy, keep you from losing muscle. It will burn fat, and that's why you have the rapid weight loss. So before we begin, take a look at the chart on the right. It depicts the health continuum from sick to non-sick to optimal health. The higher the number, the healthier you are. Using a pencil, mark the spot that you think most accurately represents the state of your health right now. Most people find themselves somewhere in the unhealthy range of scores, in the non-sick zone between sick and optimal health. Now, let's get on with our evaluation and find out how well you guessed. So I'm going to look at that and I'm going to guess where I'm going to show up. And then when I get through with this, and we're not going to share numbers. The numbers are yours. Don't try to make a number worse than it is. Don't. Most people do that, and don't try to make a number better than it is, because what you really want is a realistic picture, and this will give you that in the end. Has everybody decided where they're going to be? Can I move on?
Yep.
Okay.
I have to get the book out.
Oh, do you have it?
Yeah, I'm going to my book.
Okay, chapter 5.
Yeah, I got
You
it.
are what you eat. What you eat and how much you eat is critical to your health. Eating more calories than you use leads to weight gain. High glycemic food overworks your pancreas, and foods that stimulate inflammation, such as saturated fats, create chaos throughout your body. On the other hand, eating lots of fruits and vegetables turn off fat storage, satisfies hunger, stabilizes blood sugar, lowers insulin, and quells the inflammatory fires. So, in the previous 12 months, I have lost more than 5 pounds, lost 2 to 5 pounds, stayed the same weight, gained 2 to 5 pounds, gained more than 5 pounds. So, Dick, I'm putting you on one side and me on the other. Do you mind sharing your number in front of everybody?
No, I don't. I know all I can do is figure it out.
So, did you lose more than 5 pounds?
No, I haven't lost more than 5 pounds.
Have you stayed the same weight, basically?
Right around there.
Okay, so you get a 0. And
So I have to give myself a 0 because I've done all of them in the past year.
where are you right now, though? You have gained more than 5 pounds.
Yeah. Well,
That,
yeah.
that would be the one you would use.
Okay.
Okay. Everybody got their number?
Yeah.
Okay. I eat breakfast every day, most days, occasionally, never.
Okay.
I eat 6 small healthy meals or snacks a day, 4 to 5 small healthy meals or snacks a day, 2 to 3 healthy snacks a day, 1 huge meal a day.
What if you don't eat healthy snacks?
Is everything unhealthy?
Mostly what I've been eating. It's terrible.
Well, just go for the number anyway. Are you still
Number?
adhering to the 6 small meals every day?
Yeah, yeah.
That's good. That's a habit of health. Take the 6 small meals.
Okay.
Okay, Dick, you eat breakfast every day?
Yes, they do.
Okay. And you eat at least 6 meals throughout the day?
No, I don't.
How many?
3.
Okay, so you're a 2 to 3, and that gives you a -1. In general, I eat 35% of my calories after 5 p.m., 35 to 50% of my calories after 5 p.m., more than 50% of my calories after 5 p.m.
Yeah.
Do you eat a lot in the evening, Dick? Or just throughout the day?
In the evening for supper.
Yeah. Okay. I eat red meat, never. 2 to 3 times a week, more than 3 times a week.
I eat red meat once a week.
Once a week?
Yeah.
So that would be -1. And I eat fish that's high in omega-3, such as salmon, mackerel, or sardines. Never. That's mine.
Yeah.
But I do take 1 fish oil, so I could go back to a +3. They kind of wipe each other out, don't they? So that makes it a 0, actually. That's what I'm giving myself on that. How about you, Dick? How many times do you have fish a week?
Oh, maybe once in 2-3 weeks. Salmon.
Okay. So less than once a week. That'll be -1. Do you take the fish oil?
Nah, not too much of the fish. The salmon is what I like.
Yeah, but the fish oil, you can take a fish oil tablet. which really
does.
helps you. He does?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So I eat dairy products that are low fat, full fat. I don't eat dairy products. You eat dairy products, Dick?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Full fat, low fat?
Medium fat.
No.
Okay, I'll do low fat or skim. We'll do that. I prefer my poultry. That's turkey and chicken. Skinless, white meat only, dark and white meat, skin on.
Dark and white meat.
Okay. Do you eat it with the skin on?
Skin on.
The skin. Do you eat it with skin? The skin? The fat?
No, I don't eat the skin.
Okay, so it's meat only. Okay. Okay, so next one. Why did I do that? We did this one, didn't we?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I usually like my meat or fish baked or steamed, broiled, grilled, charred, fried in unsaturated fats, fried in saturated fats.
Grilled. That's one.
Now, how do you cook Dick's meat, Marsh? Baked?
No, I most only grill it.
Okay. I eat, I know what Lisa's answer is. I eat less servings of vegetables every day. More than 5, 3 to
0.
Yeah.
1 to 3, 0. Okay, +1 for me. How many vegetables does Dick eat a day?
Me?
Yeah.
Vegetables? I eat all any kind we usually have.
Okay, so you're going to do the 2 to 3, or 3 to 5, I mean. Because I know Marsha's always cooking fresh vegetables. I eat blank servings of fresh fruit a day. More than 3, 1 to 3.
Sorry.
Does he get fruit every day?
No.
No?
No, me neither.
I do. If I can.
Yeah. I get my sugar primarily from natural fruits, fructose, table sugar, high fructose corn syrup.
I don't know.
Less than one or 2 times a week.
That's not on that. Oh, that's the next one. That's the starches, Dick. Fructose would be where you're getting the sugar-free, or you use table sugar.
What's mine going to be on that? Because I stick, well, never mind.
You'll be a 0 unless you go outside to the, like the Mountain Dew. Do you do that?
I still do the Mountain Dew sometimes, but
No. Do table sugar for you because that would be a happy medium without
Okay.
totally penalizing you.
okay.
Yeah. I eat white starches such as white bread, white rice, tortillas, and pastas. Never less than 1 or 2 times a week, 2 to 5 times a week, 1 to 2 times a day, more than 2 times a day. Okay, I got a 0 on that. How often do you eat bread and stuff? Do you eat it every day, Dick?
Yes, usually I do.
Okay. Okay, -3. Now, when we're doing this, do you get the gist of what they're saying to you? The areas of, if it's got a minus on it, obviously you would want to do less of that, right? Are y'all following along with this?
Yeah, I am.
How about you, Mom? Are you getting what it's doing?
Think so.
Yeah, and it doesn't have to be accurate. This is more to get you to think about what you're doing.
Yeah.
A lot of it, there's not a precise answer, but you can get close. I eat unprocessed natural grains, cereal, and rice. That would be in the boxes. So 0 for me. Do you eat cereal out of the box, Dick?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Do you have it every day, more than 2 times a day?
I have it once a day.
Okay, so we'll go with the 0.
Does Does a Medifast cereal count? Because I don't eat anything like that. So I get a never.
It would count, and you would never do more than 1 or 2 times a day. The cereal, you usually have one, right? But still be a wash. The type of fat or oil I use most often is olive or canola oil, margarine spreads with no trans fat, margarine or vegetable oil, butter, lard, or vegetable shortening. I know Marcia uses olive oil.
Well, yep.
What do you use, Mommy?
I use olive oil, or I use ghee, which is better than olive oil. So
I get to do that one because I don't eat any of the rest.
So I drink alcohol, never. 1 glass of red wine with dinner. Between 1 drink a week and 1 drink a month. Less than 1 drink a day. 1 to 2 drinks a day. 3 or more drinks a day. Are you drinking at all, Dick?
No, water.
Yeah, that's fine. So you get a +5 on that.
Wow.
And I salt my food never, occasionally, or always.
Never.
All right. I take vitamin and mineral supplements daily, when I remember, or never.
Daily.
Very good. So let's add up those scores, and we'll have the points for section 1.
Just add the plus points.
You plus and minus.
Oh,
Yeah.
Connie,
Yeah.
Is this available online? I believe it is.
No, it's not. There's a version of this online, not one that's this complete.
Okay.
One online would probably be better for people to do. It requires so much insight. And I started to say, let's do that one. But this just gives you whether you get your numbers right or not. With the minus zeros and the pluses, it really tells you. This is better for you. This is worse for you. That's why I went ahead and went with this one. And I'll tell you what, let's just put section 1 so we have time here, and y'all add this up later, okay?
yeah.
And that's what I'm going to do too. Now let's move on to the next one. On the move. If you're like most people with our computer-driven sedentary lifestyles, you're probably not very active at the moment. When you're tired and overweight, it takes a lot of effort to move your body. Just answer the following questions as best as you can and know that help is on the way. Once you've reached your healthy weight, we'll get you moving gradually through fun activities, including some cutting-edge calorie-burning methods you've probably never even heard of. I walk at least 30 minutes a day, sometimes, but not every day, to my car and my desk. That's it. Do you walk every day, Dick? Or you do?
Yes, especially with my wife today.
There you go.
We went to the store for 30 minutes. We walked around.
Did somebody send me a chat?
I did.
Tell me. Can you tell me?
It's after 8.
Oh, thank you. So it's getting late, is what she's saying. Yeah? Let's finish this section, and we'll save the rest of it till next week, okay? So we won't be too far over. Thank you, Dorothy. I do aerobic activities daily, occasionally. You kidding? I'd rather die. I know that's Dick. He ain't doing nothing aerobic.
No.
And I haven't been, so I have to put occasionally. And I do weight resistant training 3 or more times a week, occasionally. Does lifted a quarter pounder with cheese count. And Dick is a -2 there. And on the weekends, I usually go for rides, bike rides in the country, take a walk or walk my dog, sit on a sofa and watch TV.
Plus 3.
That's kind of
Sit
weird.
on the sofa and watch TV.
I got it. I knew that one. When outdoor activity exposes me to the sun, I always cover myself. Use sunscreen of at least 30 SPF. I avoid the sun at all times. I put on sunscreen when I think of it. I go out in the sun but never protect myself.
I avoid the sun as much as I can with sunglasses and a hat.
At my job, which nobody here is working, right?
Yeah.
Nope.
During lunch breaks, no, we don't need that one either. So that's the end of that, and I'm going to escape from here. And what we're going to do is we finish section 2, so we will go to the rest of that next week. Let's go down to our end video. I really thank you, Dorothy, for letting me, reminding me of that.
Now I can't wait till next week. I want to know what my score is.
Yeah. Well, you can do it on your own. And that, I think I'll do what Dorothy suggested there, and I'll take the one that's online and I'll post it in the room for people. Okay? Excuse me a minute. I'm going to have to move this over here. I have to get out of this. Let's go back to share screen. So. All right, here it is. It was, now you can see it, right? Can you see that, Dorothy?
These walls could talk. If these walls could talk, they'd tell 1,000 stories. Everyone would bend your ear and maybe change your mind. If these walls could talk, they'd tell you tales of courage, maybe make you change the way you think of time. If these walls could talk, they'd sound just like this young girl sitting at her father's bed, singing quietly. If these walls could talk, they'd pray in many voices, begging for some mercy from the same God differently. 'Cause this is where we learn our lesson, this is where we fall and fight to get back on our feet. Love hardest of all. Yeah, this is where we find out who our family truly is. And this is where one story ends and a new one begins. If these walls could talk, they'd tell you about beauty, about a single drop of time where love is pure and clear. If these walls could talk, they'd tell you about brothers, sisters and their mothers and the bonds they grew in here. 'Cause this is where we learn our lesson, this is where we fall and fight to get back on our feet. Love hardest of all. Yeah, this is where we find out who our family truly is. And this is where one story ends and a new one begins. Hardest of all. Yeah, this is where we find out who our family truly is. And this is where one story ends and a new one begins. If these walls could talk, they'd tell 1,000 stories, maybe make you change the way you think of time.
health matters most. So, up to share now. And we'll continue with the chapter 3 next week. Did this make anybody think? I mean, did it help at all?
Yeah.
Okay, very good. That's what I wanted. And I wasn't going to do the video tonight because I knew that our time was going to really be long. Thank you, Dorothy, for watching the time. But I think it's just so important if we can get the thought in our head about preventing the illness and the disease by the choices we're making on a daily basis, then it would make it easier to make the better choices. And that's why I went ahead and played that, because a lot of the things that are going on there are my personal choices, and we've all been in hospitals. And the other thing that happens is that when you're not in your best health and you do get sick, then you haven't given yourself the best opportunity for healing and getting better. So it's so important to put more emphasis on being healthy and less emphasis on losing weight. And I think in the end, if you're really trying to get healthier, the weight loss will come and it will be permanent. And that's what I work for. And I hope that this is useful. Okay.
Good.
All right, kiddos, I'll see you later. Marcia, did you like that? Health Matters Most?
Yeah.
That's Marcia's.
That was my
What your website is. What your website
yeah, what my website is Health Matters Most.
Yeah. All right. See you guys later. Thanks.
Night,
Good
everybody.
night.
Bye, everybody.
Good night.
Night.